What's going on, everybody? This is MDENT313, and I'm back at y'all with another one. Man, Caitlin Clark came out and made a bold statement. And she came out and said she earned everything she got, which is true. She's a phenomenal basketball player. I enjoy watching her play, along with some, the other ladies in the WNBA, the Aja Wilsons, the Nafisa Collier, the Alyssa Thomas, the Rakia Jackson, the Angel Reese, Jewel Lloyd, Ogle Mikey. Man, so many talented women. Skylar Diggins, so on and so forth. Too many to name. Sabrina Anusku, Brianna Stewart. I mean, phenomenal WNBA players. But Caitlin Clark came out and said that she understands that she benefit from white privilege. And what I think she's referring to is the extra coverage that she get, as well as the endorsement deals. And a lot of the black women WNBA players, seem to be upset that they weren't getting the sponsorships and the shoe deals that Caitlin Clark was getting. And they were the ones primarily who benefited the league. Not them by themselves, but as far as when you talk about the major stars of the WNBA traditionally, right? Even though you've always had phenomenal white female players like Sue Bird, Diana Taurasi, living legend. Sorry, it's slipping my mind now. You always had the Maya Moores, the Lisa Leslies, the Candace Parkers. I don't know if Cheryl Miller had an opportunity to play in the WNBA, because the WNBA, if I'm not mistaken, I believe its inception was in 1996. I think Cheryl Miller retired maybe 92 first. I think she only played college ball. But you're talking about like Cheryl Swoops. But traditionally, right, you've had primarily black women players that dominated the league. And I feel bad for Caitlin Clark because she don't want to be put in the middle of all these race wars. Just like Angel Reese. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark have been playing against each other since high school. And they've built a friendship along with, I'm pretty sure, so many other women, right? And I remember Caitlin Clark. I remember seeing a reel of when she was playing at Iowa when Maya Moore came to the game. And she was so excited. She was damn near in tears, hugging Maya Moore because that was her favorite WNBA player of all time, right? And I believe we consider Maya Moore the Michael Jordan of the WNBA. And it was a beautiful thing to see, right? And it's sad and unfortunate that she can't walk in and receive what she's earned without the other players, being upset about it. But I don't believe the other players are jealous of her. But I do think that they like, man, listen, we've been putting in work for years. What about our endorsements? But unfortunately, business and talent, it don't always, how can I put it? It don't always come together like that, right? Like, and the reason why I'm able to separate the two is because I'm a boxing fan, right? In boxing, a lot of times, the most popular fighter is not always the best fighter. So you may have a guy like a Terrence Crawford who've been putting in work for years, beating the best fighters and accomplishing great things, and is universally recognized as the best fighter in the game. But when it comes to business, he don't sell in the same manner that a Canelo Alvarez will sell. And he's not promoted the same way as a Tyson Fury or Canelo Alvarez or whoever, right? Oscar De La Hoya, so on and so forth. So when you look at boxing, you will have a lot of guys that's better than the guy who sells the most tickets. Oftentimes, when Roy Jones was the man in boxing and universally recognized as the best fighter in the game for a 10-year stretch, Oscar De La Hoya routinely sold more than him. And that's what you're seeing in women's basketball. Now, Caitlin Clark, even as a rookie, is amongst one of the best players in the game. What she did for the Indiana Fever team has been nothing short of amazing and spectacular. And I'm willing to say in another 2 or 3 years, Caitlin Clark will probably be the best WNBA player. Because as a rookie, she's just about there. Whether people want to admit it or not, or whether people like it or not, she's just about there. And it's not her fault. And I'm saying it from a standpoint of she have a lot of fans who they want to incite a race war, as well as some Angel Reese fans. And it's unfair to these two ladies that they have to be in the middle of a bunch of grown adults, even though they're adults too, but a bunch of grown men and women who want to incite race into everything. And all these young ladies want to do is play basketball, be the best players that they can be, entertain the fans, try to win championships, and make as much money as they possibly can. And it's very unfortunate that every time I see an Angel Reese interview or a Caitlin Clark interview, they constantly have to be asked these questions in 2024. And listen, I appreciate Caitlin Clark for standing up for those ladies and letting it be known, right? And I seen that a lot of her fans are boycotting her for saying that. And it's crazy because on one hand, because two things can be true at the same time, right? On one hand, I don't believe she's benefiting from white privilege. I believe because white people make up the majority of the people in this country, and she happens to be a great player, quite naturally she's going to generate more money than the rest of the women. That's just how it is, because they can identify with her, and she's a phenomenal player. Whereas when you look at a lot of the black women, they're phenomenal players, but if you look at our numbers, we only make up 14% of the overall population. So if I'm in business, let's just say hypothetically, I own Nike. Even though I may want to give a sponsorship to Aja Wilson or Angel Reese or Enrique Ugumbale, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your last name, or to a Jewel Lloyd, or to a Skylar Diggins, or to a Tina Charles, Rhyme Howard, and Alicia Gray, whoever, regardless to how great these ladies may be, if I can't sell the product based on your name and likeness, then all I'm doing is wasting money. So I don't believe that the sponsorships and the of certain brands, I don't believe they don't want to do it because the ladies are black. It's just that they don't have a huge enough fan base based on how the company feel for it to be worth, giving out those type of deals. Because you got to understand, if you offer somebody a $10 million deal or $20 million deal or whatever, you still have to make a profit. And if you're not making a profit, then what is the point? 9 times out of 10, you're not going to do it. But with Caitlin Clark, not only is she a great player, but she also sells very well. And it's unfortunate for these ladies that they have to constantly go through this when all they want to do is play basketball, man. It's a sport at the end of the day. And, you do have, don't get me wrong, you do have racial elements for certain things, but I don't believe that this is one of them, me personally. because Caitlin Clark is not like that, and I don't believe the league is like that. Listen, people, especially nowadays, people are about their money and about their business. If a company or an organization or whatever can make a bunch of money off of you, regardless of your skin color or your race or your ethnic background, they're going to do it. But if they believe that they can't make money off your name, likeness, and image, then they're not going to do it. You get what I'm saying? No one is in business to lose money. But listen, I want to give a big shout out to Caitlin Clark for sticking up for black women when she didn't have to. That was big of her. She didn't have to do it, and it's greatly appreciated as a fan of the sport of basketball. But I wholeheartedly agree with her. She have earned everything she's gotten, and it's been a pleasure of watching her and so many other ladies in the WNBA. This is my first season covering the WNBA. I mainly covered it because the Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese rivalry, and I've grown to like a bunch of the WNBA players. Right now, my favorite player is I go back and forth between Angel Reese and Ephesian Collier. Sometimes Breanna Stewart, because man, them ladies be out there balling. Aja Wilson be doing her thing too. Kelsey Plum be doing. She kind of been hot and cold lately, but she's been doing her thing too. But listen, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe to the Greatest Sports Show on YouTube. And with that being said, I'm out. Peace.